So, this is it, huh? This is the end. Hold up, play Skyfall. Dun 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 dun. Why not? Why? Why though? Hi. Hi guys. Yay. One last nut. Down, down, down. Oh, man, it's weird because, like, I know today's only gonna be spent, talking and reminiscing, I guess, and going over future plans, stuff from the present times and stuff from the past times. We're gonna go through all of it. We're gonna go through the motions. I'll probably end up, like, spieling about literally probably everything that I spieled about the last time I streamed, because, I mean, it's my last one as Milo, so I'll do it. I'll do it anyway. I don't give a shit. Plenty of nuts. I mean, don't spend all your points. I'm still gonna use those. I'm still gonna use them. There'll be some cool stuff in the future, but we'll get to talking about that when we talk about future stuff. We'll talk about that soon, I promise. I don't know if I'm gonna cry. I know I cried last time, but I feel like, I don't know. I'm probably cried out. Maybe? Question mark? I'll probably end up doing it anyway. I don't know. We'll see. I'm full of McDonald's, so I don't know. I have soda. I have, Dr. Pepper. Good shit. And I have, Enna sitting here with me on my desk. My emotional support. That's what I'm pretty sure we literally got the same exact thing. Like, actually. Full of McDonald's and murder drones brain rot. Can you ask for anything better? Absolutely not. I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life right now. McCrispy and fry? Yep. With, like, I ordered, okay, so get this right. I ordered 2 things of ranch, because that's, like, the cap that you can get on DoorDash for some reason. So I got 2. And then I opened the bag and there was freaking, like, how many was there? Like 6? 5 or 6? I think it was 5. 5 or 6 things of ranch. I'm like, well, thank you. So my sandwich is very, wet. Good shit, though. Good shit. My tummy's full. I have a full thing of soda, and I'm gonna keep the cup because it's the, McDonald Land, cup. Yeah, the very ranchy Sammy. I love me some ranch, dude. Ranch is bussin'. That shit bussin'. I can't put down the cup. Can't put down the cup. Oh, okay. Well, where do we even start? I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to start. I don't know. I guess the beginning? The beginning. I don't know. The question is, what do I talk about? Do I talk about literally everything? My entire life story? My whole entire biography? Is that what they call it? I once had to do that in elementary school. The autobiography garbage crap poop with other people. You partnered up with someone and you wrote about their life. It was interesting. Once upon a time, there was a raccoon who decided to stream, right? Once upon a time. No, we're going way back. We're going back before the Milo times, too. We're going back, like, back. I want to talk about everything. I'm going to put everything on the table. Everything. I'm putting everything on the table. I'm opening up about everything, guys. I don't even give a shit. Like I said, this whole new chapter, me changing, me being myself, is so that I don't have to hide shit. It's not like I'm gonna tell you where I live or anything like that, but, whatever. Whatever! Okay. Once upon a time, there was a man who died. If you get the reference, you're awesome. I'm literally like I know what to talk about. I know what to talk about, but it's like, how do I start talking about it? Help me, stop looking at me. It's so funny too, because I was starting to get worried this morning because my stomach was starting to feel weird. I was like, dude, I do not want to have to push back this goodbye stream because I'm ready. I'm ready to, not meaning this in a bad way, but I'm ready to jump ship. It all started with Warriors in DeviantArt. Shut up, I'm getting there. I said I'll talk about it. Shut up. Okay, so I guess, yeah, we'll start with the beginning. We'll start with, we're literally going to talk about everything in terms of me. So we'll be talking about the art stuff, the streaming stuff, the writing stuff, etc. Because I'm just going to talk about me. This is going to be like a... watch it be like a mini Q&A type shit. That would be funny. You're leaving. Let's ask a shit ton of questions that we didn't know about you. No, whatever. Too late now. No, just kidding. I'm just playing, guys. I'm just playing. It all started with a kitty pet named Rusty. Those were the days. What's your credit card number? 12. 12. For sure 12. For sure 12. Ooh, cold. Bet. Have fun with that. Okay. So, I guess it all started with art. The art aspect of things, which... I hope it's N murder drones. I can talk. God. Damn it. But no, I guess we'll start with the art part, since that's kind of what started everything, I guess. So, ever since I was a child, which I'm sure every child has had, like, a drawing, coloring phase, whatever. That's kind of like the childhood staple, is drawing and coloring. But, okay. A lot of people know, because I've talked about this before, like, I was never allowed to watch a lot of things on TV, when I was little. Only, like, certain things on the kids' channels or whatever. But, as I got older, I was allowed, finally. And then, once I got into, God, I don't even remember if it was 3rd grade or 4th grade, I got into Pokemon. And I think this was around the time that Diamond and Pearl came out, because that was my first Pokemon game that I got, was Diamond. On the DS, and I started drawing Pokemon, and doing, like, little Pokemon comics and stuff like that, and, like, whenever there was, like, a school project or whatever that involved, like, drawing or whatever, I would always do Pokemon. I would always do Pokemon drawings. And I would make little books and stuff, too, of just, like, fictional stories. I was a fanfic writer even back then, guys. But I would do Pokemon, and then I would also do, I would draw Tamagotchi, because those were very big back when I was in elementary school. This was the era of which everybody had a Tamagotchi, and everybody would bring it to school. What a time to be alive, right? It was great. Until, kids were being irresponsible and leaving the sound on, so all you hear throughout the entire class is the Tamagotchi going off and beeping and shit. It's like, you can turn the sound off, right? You're ruining this for all of us. And then they sent out the letters that said that Tamagotchi were banned from the school. Oh, what a time. What a time. But no, I used to draw stuff like that. I would draw, like, Pokemon and Tamagotchi and, like, regular animals and whatever. But I can remember a handful of times there were kids that would come up to me and be like, did you trace that? Did you trace that Pokemon? Because I guess it just looked that good, which, looking back at it now, because I have a good handful of the drawings still in my closet, but, like, looking back at it, it's like, how on God's green earth can you assume that I traced this? Like, it looks good for my age or whatever, sure, but it looks absolutely, like, disproportionate to the actual, what I referenced. I can remember, I think this was in 5th grade, there was an art contest, or, like, an art something. It wasn't, like, first place, second place, whatever. It was just, like, you submit the art and you get a reward or award for certain categories or whatever. And I drew a Gardevoir, the Pokemon Gardevoir. That's what I drew. And I got an award. I guess I was, like, one of the top 3 out of the class, because I guess they did. And they didn't, like, exactly do a ranking system or whatever, but they did, like, here are the somewhat best. And they put mine up there, and people were like, that's traced! That one's traced! You traced it! I'm like, no, I did not. But go off, I guess. People are so insecure. Children are so insecure. But no, that's kind of where that started. And, like, I was into Pokemon, I guess, was, like, my main thing that I drew a lot. But once I got into middle school, things started to shift, and we will talk about that after I read chat. I did similar stuff with Sonic redrawing panels from the Archie comics without tracing. Never won anything, though. I mean, it wasn't, like, a substantial award. I have the award still somewhere in my closet. It's just, the award was literally, like, it was one of those things where it starts with most, and then there's a word after that, so mine was literally most geometrical. I guess my drawing was shapely. Gardevoir was geometrical, I guess. Most perpendicular. Yeah. But no, I would do, I don't know if you guys also did, like, back in elementary school, where you had to write, like, a story, and then they sent it off, and you got the hardback book. You got the hardcover book of what you made sent back to you. I have, like, 3? It's either 3 or 4 books like that. I think it's 3. The first one was just a story about my dad going hunting. I don't know why. But then the other 2 were one of them was a Tamagotchi love story kind of thing, and then the other one was a Pokemon book, but I don't even remember what the Pokemon one was about. I just remember the Tamagotchi one the most. Oh my god, I'm thinking about it. That'd be a good thing to go back to in future stream. This is the only time I'm gonna talk about future right now. I will read that book for you guys I will read it for you. I'm not gonna read it as a punishment. I was proud of that shit. I'd happily read it just because. I'm not embarrassed. It was cute. I'll do that. We'll do that sometime. Ugh. But anyway, hopping into middle school, okay? So in between, starting in elementary as well, I was also getting into, of course I did writing and stuff for class, but I would also come home and I would type on my, what did I have, a 95 or a 98? I really don't remember. An old computer. I would start writing fictional stories. So I had, a Pokemon story, and I had other... Did I have other? I think it might have just been Pokemon back then. I can't really remember. We're getting into shit, though. We're getting into shit. I promise. Oh, my bad. I'm having a brain fart. Oh, also, before we get into middle school, so Pokemon was my thing in elementary. I can remember people saying oh, you'll grow out of it by the time you get into middle school and whatnot, which was totally not true. But I got together with my best friend at the time, and I had scripted out an entire movie for a fan story or some shit for Pokemon, and we recorded it. So there's a recording on our old camcorder of this movie. Oh my god, it was so cringe. Holy shit, it was so bad. That is something I will never show. I will never show that to the public. I don't even know if I've showed Liam at all. I really don't know if I've shown him. I refuse, dude. It's so bad. I remember this was before editing was a thing, right? So there's a lot of scuff in this movie. And a lot of tripping over the tripod. It was bad. It was very bad. Holy shit. I have to see it. No, you don't. You don't have to see it. No, you don't. Because we don't really have anything that you're able to watch it on anymore. So, it is lost to time. Ugh. What a loser. I know, I get that a lot. Anyway, getting into middle school now. Lost Media Mar movie. Oh, I would cringe the whole time. I would literally, if I put it on, I'd hide my face in a pillow and I would not come out until it was over. I would hear every bit of it. I would cringe. I would freaking no thanks. I can't. So yeah, middle school. We got more into writing and various other things. During this point in middle school, that's when we got into Warriors, we got into Invader Zim, we got into... Still we're into Pokemon, by the way. But I think that's primarily it. I think the tail end of 8th grade, or maybe it was even when I was a freshman in high school, is when I got into Transformers, but I'm jumping ahead. We're still in middle school. So, Warriors. this literally came about because I went to the library at the middle school, and I kid you not, that library was the tits. It was awesome. I loved that library. I loved going there all the time. That literally would be like where I would hang out 99% of the time when I wasn't in a class. But I remember seeing the Warriors books, and it's like, I like cats. This looks kind of interesting. And I didn't know any better, because, like, I looked, and I think the first one that I read was the second book to the second arc. So I literally, like, jumped in and didn't know what the hell was going on, because I skipped a lot. But, I mean, I read it, and I finished it. I think I was in the car when I finished it, and I was like, oh my god, I need to read more of this. And that's when I really got into it. And that's when I started drawing notebooks full of cats. I would draw, like, it would very much be, like, the same looking, like, pose and whatnot, but I would draw, like, all different kinds of cats, and that's kind of when I started creating, like, my own kind of characters and stuff. And that's kind of what drove me to, create more original content, and that's what got all these ideas flowing for different stories with different cats, with different cat characters and stuff. And I also did start a fan fiction for Warriors. Technically, it was called Ice Clan. If you've heard about it, if you've seen it anywhere online, I'm so sorry. Yes, that was me. Yes, that was me. But I had a lot planned for that. And I did a lot of lore around that, and I actually had planned out up to, like, the second arc, a certain book in the second arc, I think. Like, actual story planned out. And then character-wise, oh my god, I planned out, like, maybe 4 or 5 generations worth of cats from this fan fiction. Generations, guys. Generations. I'm not talking just the main character's, like, family. I'm talking, like, everybody's family. It was a lot. I think I have literally, like, every piece of stuff, every paper and every piece of writing. I think I transferred all that over from the floppy disk. I'm pretty sure I did. But I have all of that. I have all of that. Man. That was a very, like, high time for me. But then I also got into Invader Zim around the same time as well, and I had the fattest crush on Zim. I would freaking, dude, I don't even know. I don't know. I can't even begin to explain. I really don't. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. So I would write shit about Zim. And this was before I really made a full-out character. Like, I had a character, but it was kind of like, just kind of aimlessly writing about this said character, and there was no, like, lore or backstory or anything like that. This was during a time where my writing development skills weren't necessarily, like, great. So some things were just kind of, like, thrown together and didn't make sense or anything like that. Hang on. Okay. But yeah, I can remember, like, this was back during a time, my computer class, I don't know if you guys have also, like, if you take a computer class, they sometimes have you do, like, the typing programs. So, like, I've always been a very fast typer. So I completed every single course within that typing program, like, within the first week of that class. And these classes were, like, I don't know how many weeks. However long a quarter is at school. That's how long it took me to complete the entire program, was a week. So that literally was all the class was, too, pretty much, was just typing on the typing thing. So my teacher was like, well, I guess you can do whatever you want now. So I was like, okay, cool. So I spent that class writing. That's when I would write the most, was there. Between there and when I came home, because computer at home. Base teacher, right? He was honestly, like, looking at it now and, like, comparing things in all the teachers that I've had, he was one of the best. There's only a couple teachers that I would hand that honor to, and he was definitely one of them. He was the coolest computer teacher. I really wish I could, like, see if I can find where he's at and maybe, like, send him a friend request on Facebook or something. Be like, hey, remember me? I was, like, your favorite student. That would be funny, but I don't know. I don't even know if he's still teaching. I definitely think he will not remember me, though. If I said, hey, look, it's me. It's me! But, yeah. I don't know what else to say about, like, middle school, other than that's kind of the main core starting point for when things started to get, like, kind of serious with art and writing. But high school is kind of when things started to take off a little. So, like, tail end of 8th grade and then going into high school, I was, is there an ant on me or so? Yes, there is, and he's biting me! I thought something hurt! Oh! Ants are bitches! Oh, let me lift my legs up, that way they don't bite me anymore. Shit. Revenge arc. Time to freaking flick them everywhere. Okay, but no. The point between 8th grade and 9th grade is when, what was I even saying? Tetcher. Oh, no. So I made a DeviantArt account when I was younger. Against my family's wishes. We're not going to get into that part, though, because I don't want to get into that. But I got into DeviantArt, and I made a lot of friends. Rebel, I know, right? I was so dangerous, living on the edge. But also between that point is when, I think it was in no, it might have been my freshman year that I got into Transformers. I can't remember if it was like the tail end of 8th grade or, I don't remember. We'll just say it was freshman year. I got into Transformers, and you guys already know the story about that. It was like, they were watching the 3rd movie, because this was like right when it came out. And I was walking by to do something in the kitchen or, like, grab a snack or something. And I walked in there because I wanted to see what was going on, because it was kind of loud. They had the stereo on and everything, and it was freaking explosions everywhere. So I went in there, and it sucked me in. I sat down for the last hour of it, hour and a half, however long it was. And I was never the same. You changed. Oh, it was a good time, though. It was a good time. It was good shit. That's when I started brain rotting over Transformers, and I got into watching, like, the series and stuff, and then I made my character, which, at the time, she had my name. Because I wasn't original, and I would always name the characters that I made after me. Cringe. I'm not like that. I couldn't really, I don't know, I couldn't really separate myself, I guess, from a character, or I don't even know how to word that, but you get it. But yeah, that's where that took off. But I mean, I still was I was very much drawing, like, cats and stuff. That was the main thing that I would draw. And, like, it's the high school started with, like I got into Transformers, and it was like, okay, I want to try drawing them. But this was also after I watched all of the Transformers animated series. So I was like, okay, these guys look very easy to draw. And I started drawing them, and I was like, hey, I'm not too bad, I guess. I can draw robots. I can do it. So I would draw my character with Bumblebee, because that's who I shipped her with back then. And then as time went on, I guess shit changed, and I started liking other robots and stuff like that. Hi, Nightstar. Hi. Did you ditch work? Did you ditch? Did you ditch? Please say yes. No? Dang it. I was gonna say later, suckers. Rip. No, it's fine. I appreciate you being here. Breaking the rules and I want to be here? Good! Break the rules! They're bitches anyway. We're just talking about the past. We're talking about my life, my interests, how I got to where I am today. We're currently in the beginning of high school era. We're talking about how I got into Transformers, and that's where I began to lose my mind. Oh. Yeah. More lore! Yeah! But, talking more about that and stuff, I mean, I don't know. There's not really much else to cover. I went through a lot of shit in high school. We won't get too much into that, though. But, I started out doing pretty good with stuff. But then, I had distractions. So my grades started doing very bad. And it got to a point, like, near the tail end of high school, like, junior year and senior year, that I would spend more time on the computers there writing stuff or drawing in my sketchbook than, like, actually doing schoolwork. Which, I mean, more power to creativity or whatever, but when, you know, you're supposed to be doing work and shit, it's like, I tie most of this in, though, to my undiagnosed anemia at the time, which we all know that can very well mess with your cognitive function in your brain. And we didn't know that at the time either, so it was just me suffering. I remember, I think I actually got diagnosed when I was still in high school, and I can remember saying it a few times, like, to my teacher, when, like, I would be late or something with a project, and I would say, like, I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm trying to take medicine and whatnot for this anemia that I have, and they would be like, well, that's not really an excuse, you can't use that as an excuse, which, yeah, I get it, but when it's, like, you know, physically holding you back, like, actually, I think that's a pretty valid reason It's not like I was doing it on purpose. If that makes any sense. Oh, I love this song. This song's my bread and butter. Should I do an animatic to this song? Not an animation, because I'm not that good or patient, but an animatic. Thinking. You already know you're gonna... I mean, I still wouldn't be very patient, but I mean, I think I'm more like...
Just want to take this moment to thank you for all the fun moments I've made with you as Milo. If it wasn't for Milo, I would have never got to know such an amazing friend. Good cheers with the next step in your endeavors and to the many more memories we will have in the future.
You're gonna make me cry. Thank you, Akira. I appreciate it. Thank you for the bits and thank you for the words. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. It's been fun. You want to see it? Patience. I have like 2 or 3 animatics that I would like to do already, involving certain characters. I just got here and I already hear great ideas. It's great. We're talking about violent robots. Yeah. No, we're talking about my past. We're talking about the entire biography right now. So where did I leave off? The high school part. But yeah, I was the end of high school. By the time it ended, it was like very, very much not caring about like work and stuff and just doing what I wanted to do and drawing in my sketchbook and writing on the computers, and I would make my teacher angry. I remember I was an aide for my teacher, and I did like nothing for her. There was hardly a time where she had me do anything, so I would just grab the laptop that was in the classroom and I would use it, and I would write. And then when I graduated, that was when I started like actually using social media outside of DeviantArt. So I made an Instagram. This was before I made a Twitter, though. I only had Instagram, I think, and DeviantArt. But I would start posting all my doodles and my drawings and stuff. I met a lot of cool people, some of which, or most of which, I should say, I'm actually still friends with, and I'm happy that I'm friends with them. I got to see them grow after all this time. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling, and it's even better when I learn, after all this time, I've actually learned recently that some of these people, they were inspired and kept going because of me, because I guess I inspired them, and I'm, like, not to, like, try to be full of myself or whatever, but they said I was, like, a very big influence to why they kept going, and, I don't know, it kind of hit, like, really hard, because it's like, I never thought I'd have anybody like that. I really didn't. Like, I was the person that would constantly, like, I would compare myself to all the other creators that are, like, their art's so much better than me and whatnot. And I would be very down on myself about that. But even when I was down on myself, and if I saw that anybody I was close to was, like, having a tough time and going through the same shit, I would always be there for them and, you know, support them and talk them through stuff and all that. And, you know, just trying to be a genuinely kind person, which is very hard to find nowadays, I guess. But we're getting into lore. I don't know who doesn't know the story, but I was holding a contest on Instagram for when I reached, yeah. For when I reached 100 followers, I would be doing a free drawing for somebody. Little did I know, I got followed by a certain someone, and I said, "Hey, you won. I get to draw something for you. You're my 100th follower. Good job." Good job! And even after doing that art and whatnot, we just started talking. And we got really close. We became best friends really quick. And then, like half a year later, we started dating. It was great. This was we started dating in 2016. Yes, it was Liam. He was my 100th follower on Instagram. Okay, wait, hold on. You literally gave me the courage to be who I am, so thank you. Stop. You're gonna hurt me. Stop. I don't want to cry today. Today's supposed to be a good day. Won the contest and the heart. Ultimate jackpot. Real. Cry bitch, I love you. Leave me alone. Don't talk to me that way. Hang on, I feel a sneeze coming. Hold up. No! It went away! Now I'm all gooped up! Gooped up on a Wednesday afternoon! Great! Tickle, tickle! Uh-huh. Dang it. Okay. So yeah, we started going out in 2016, and I got into writing and drawing more seriously. It became a thing where I was starting to take art commissions, and I was writing actual, like, fan fiction stories and posting them, or posting at least one of them, because a lot of them were one-shots that I did just for fun, and, the only thing... There were a couple that I had written back in, like, high school that were very cringe, that I don't want to talk about all too much. It was, like, the original Transformers story that I wrote, and a Fruits Basket one. I wrote a lot. There was a lot of cringe ones back in high school, but I don't want to really talk too much about those, because those are, like, completely irrelevant now. But, after talking about the Instagram era now is when I started doing, like, art commissions, and I did a lot of traditional art. and I would ship things out and all that cool stuff, and it was fun. And looking back, it's like, I charged $10 for a full body? Holy shit, I was undercharging myself, because it took me, like, twice as long to do traditional stuff than digital. It was pretty interesting. But that's pretty much how that went up until currently. Like, I just switched from traditional to digital because it was easier, and like, I've been a digital artist as well alongside traditional, but it saved me money, and I really wasn't into traditional as much anymore back then, so I switched back to digital primarily and started doing everything digitally, and that's kind of where we're at now. Thank you, by the way, for showing me through the TF series and your artwork. Of course, of course. It's good shit, man. That's good shit. What else is there to talk about on that front? I don't think there's much. If I think of something, I'll say something, because I'm sure there's a ton that I'm missing. There's probably so many holes, and my brain is like in 12 different places, guys. I really don't know. Like, I'm just rambling at this point about shit. Holes! You mean like the movie? So that's currently where we're at now, is artist. It got to a point where, like, I didn't quit writing, but I just got so, like, hyper-focused on doing art stuff and then trying to balance everything else in my life, that it was just kind of like, it got put on the back burner for a good bit, and one of the fan fiction stories that I was writing got put on a very, very, very long hiatus, which it's still on a hiatus, and I don't know if it's ever going to get finished. It's the Vampire Knight fic that I mentioned before that got very good attention. I don't think I'll be finishing it, only because there's so much other stuff that I'm focused on now, and I don't know where I planned on going with it. I literally didn't write out an ending for it. I just wrote it on a chapter-by-chapter basis, even while I was writing it. So, like, I think I had up to, like, 28 chapters outlined, and I was on, I think the last chapter that I wrote was 19. It's either 18 or 19. I don't remember. But that was only because one of the days I decided to sit down and actually outline more chapters. But I normally would, like, write a chapter, or outline a chapter, write, outline a chapter, write, outline a chapter, write, which I don't recommend doing that. I really don't. I recommend having everything at least loosely planned out before you start. It gets so overwhelming. The main part about that is just at least knowing where your story is starting and where your story is ending. Everything else in between, you can do whatever you want, whatever works for you. That's just what works for me, is at least having a beginning and end, knowing what I want the end game to be, and then figuring out, like, in between, like, okay, this definitely needs to happen, this definitely needs to happen, and this definitely needs to happen, and then finding out where within that timeline that would happen. Okay, hold on. Found you through a comment section, followed for the raccoon part, stayed for the content and community. I was going through it back in May, June, and part of July, but you guys were part of the reason I made it through that difficult time. Thank you for being you, and I'm looking forward to the next era. You guys are gonna make me cry. Stop! I'm glad we could be that space for you, Ember. And I'm glad we could help, even at least a little bit. That really means a lot. Thank you. Don't get emo, fish, you're working! You'll slip and fall and drop the wings! Don't do it! Don't do it! The community also helped me as well in tough times, so thank you for that. Of course, guys. We're always here. Even when we're not, we are. I haven't really been, like, as attached to, like, devices as I once was in the past, because eventually we all, hit that age where we kind of focus on our own things, which I'm still very primarily online, okay? But I'm not glued to stuff 24/7, other than, like, iPad work drawing thing. But, I talk to people when I can. I answer when I can. I try and, be in the community server as much as I can. I try to speak whenever somebody talks. I try to at least leave a minimum of a react if I can't get back to anybody or say certain things or whatever. But I do my best. I really do my best. And I know for a fact that you guys too. You guys do your best too. Everybody has lives, Being glued to stuff isn't healthy. Oh yeah, no, I learned that the hard way. Back in the day. Very much so. But I've gotten so much more work done because of, like, focusing on actual, like I have to stay on my iPad to be able to get work done, but I try and limit, like, how much time I spend on social media now. I'll be on there, like, for a tiny bit, enough to post stuff, and then maybe scroll just a little bit to see, like, what's new, or if anybody's posted new N artwork, because I'm obsessed. Yeah. Things are looking up nowadays now that I'm going to have community college stuff and hopefully some work stuff soon too, and I'm glad to be here for the foreseeable future. Good! I hope things work out for you, Ember. I'm looking forward to hearing about how your stuff goes in the future. The amount of work you do nowadays is genuinely unreal. I don't know. I literally don't know if it's because, like, of getting put on vitamins. I don't know if that was the problem all along. Because doctors are shit, apparently. But, I'm genuinely curious, and I know there's not really a way to find out. But most of you know, like, not this last time, but the time before, when I got my blood drawn, my vitamin D levels were, like, very extremely unhealthily low. I'm wondering how long it was like that, and if it was even my iron all this time, other than, like, when I actually did go and they said, it's your iron, to take care of that. This was several years ago, though. But, it's like, since I started taking those vitamins daily and building it up in my system and whatnot, like, I don't know, everything's just been so much more clear. I've been able to focus on drawing more, getting stuff done, actually, like, having a system with the way I do things art-wise, sketching stuff, and working in order of when I sketch stuff. That way I don't have a giant backlog of whips. Like, I have a lot. I have a good chunk. I have maybe, like, maybe like 6 or 7 whips now, because I sketched, like, one more thing this morning. But, I mean, some of them are small. But, like, if I have a hard time coming up with things to sketch, then I'll go back to the first whip in my backlog, and I will finish it, and I will post it. System! definitely want to indulge in more creative ventures, which I will make some time for, hopefully for the MD fic I have ideas for. I'm very excited to see that. I'm like invested into your stuff already. I love your characters to bits. I love your characters to bits. I want to know more. I want to know more! Oh, what else can I talk about in the past? I guess I should talk about the streaming part of it now, because I kind of covered, the art part and the writing part as well. You've been streaming for long? I wouldn't really necessarily say long, but a good bit. So, I had 2 other names that I went by before. The first one being my original, which was what I had, like, my starting days online. Which is actually still my PlayStation tag. Because I'm too scared to change it because I don't want to lose anything on my PlayStation. But there was that I used. It was, should I say it? I don't think it freaking matters anymore. You freaking know my name. My username was, that one was Marmar a la mode. And that was what I used for pretty much everything. And then, after that, I had made a character because I was very much sick and tired of the character that I had and her being, like, associated with things from my past. Meaning people, not anything super serious. But I kind of was just tired of, like, changing her, and she was the same character. So I decided to make an entirely new character, which some of you might know her, or did know her, but her name was Miki, and that's when I changed my usernames to, The Pink Fluff, and, that's when both Miki and Creed were created, and they were the OG ship. But yeah, that's, because I kind of wanted to change into someone that I wanted to be, or was attempting to try to be, because I was into a lot of the content creators online that were very, like, super kawaii and went to Japan vlogs and pink and white and all that fun aesthetic shit. But, over the years, which I don't even know how long it was, things got a little iffy. But that is who I started streaming as, was Miki, actually. I had a 2D model of her, and I streamed with her for maybe just a little bit less than a year, I think. I played a lot of the things that I've actually replayed. I streamed a lot of things. And I actually was streaming a lot more as Miki than I have been, like, now. I was streaming, like, almost 5 days a week. Like a full week, not even joking. Some days it was. Some weeks it was the full 5 days. And, doing all that was, like, taking away from doing other things. So I wasn't really, like, I wasn't drawing as much and all that. And then over time, it just kind of became a thing where it's like, I began to realize, like, something's not feeling right, And then this was also a time that I was, like, making adopts. I was getting back into doing that. And I had a mood board from a long time ago that I had made. And I was deciding to make a character, an adopt, with a certain mood board of, like, a gamer raccoon, and, you know, I was working on it, and then I was like, I really like this character, I think I'm gonna keep it. And that turned into Milo. And, you know, over time, it just kind of became like, okay, yeah, I think I connect more with this character than I do with Miki, because, you know, as much as I loved her, I wasn't her. I wanted to be her, but I knew I could never because of, you know, everything, because of me as a person. So I was like, okay, yeah, I think it's time to put you on the shelf there, sweetheart. So then I started doing stuff with Milo. I started planning out stuff for streaming with Milo and creating art of Milo and all that. And yeah, he got a human form down the road, and here we are. Here we are now. It also became, like, really hard to, like... I always thought it was funny, because, like, I made Milo, and I finished him and decided to keep him on March 10th. Right? Well, just this last year, my cat, Oreo, he passed away on March 10th. So, it became very difficult for me to, like, acknowledge any kind of happiness from that date. It was very hard this year when it happened, because it's like, you know, I gotta celebrate, you know, Milo. This is when I made Milo, but I couldn't. I could not bring myself to celebrate it, because it was extremely hard for me. I couldn't look at that. I still can't look at that day the same anymore because of what happened. It was so traumatizing, I guess, is a good way to put it. Like, we were prepared for it to happen. It wasn't something that suddenly happened. It just, you know, it came down to a thing where, like, because he obviously had some form of cancer, and, you know, he was not doing good, and we were like, okay, well, we got to think about what we're going to do, and we were going to take him to the vet to get him euthanized, because he wasn't okay. And we couldn't over the weekend because they were closed. The vet was closed. So it was like, okay, we have the weekend to, like, we were thinking about it over the weekend because we were stuck on what to do. And it was just really hard having to think about that and deal with that and whatnot. But before we could even, like just when I had decided, like, okay, we can take him in and get that done, because I don't like seeing him like this anymore. He passed away in my arms on the floor the day before the vet opened, which I'm kind of glad, because I didn't want him to be alone, which I know you can go back or whatever, but he would have been more comfortable here than anywhere else, because he didn't like going out places. But that's primarily why I can't really, like, I can't look at that day anymore. And, like, I know people say, oh, it's Mario Day, oh, it's this day, or whatever, but I could give two shits less anymore about that. It doesn't matter how much time's gonna go by, it's always gonna be a dog shit day for me. 'Cause that's how my body, my system, my brain works. That's how it works. It won't matter. And that was like my first, like I've had, I've had rabbits and I've had guinea pigs and whatnot pass away, which, yeah, they're extremely sad. And I did cry like every time that would happen. But, a cat's a little different. I had Oreo for like, how old was he? He was 14? Oh, yeah, no. He was 13 when he passed. No. Hang on, I'm having to do math. No, he was 13. He was 13. And, like, just thinking about it, it's like, I've kind of had him for almost half of my life. It's weird. It's a really weird feeling. But I've been doing a lot better with, like, mental health stuff and whatnot. It's been a lot better. It was very tough after he passed. It was very hard for, like, a few months afterwards. But I'm mostly better now. There's times where I talk about it and it kind of hits, but, it's not going to ruin my day talking about it, because I like talking about him. He was my boy. He was the best cat. Sorry, Murphy. He was the best boy. On another note, not to drastically change the subject, but it's my other cat, Jade. It's her birthday today. She's turning 15. She's old lady. I almost forgot that it was her birthday until I changed the chore chart, and I was like, wait a minute. It's her birthday! Murphy, we love you, but Oreo, you will forever be Big Papa to me. He was big boy. We loved him. Big happy birthday, Jade. Yeah. She old lady. She's getting to that age where, she can still jump a little bit, but not as much as she used to. So sometimes, like, getting on the cat tower is really hard. So she's been sleeping on the computer chair and the kitchen chair and whatnot instead of the towers, because she has a hard time getting on them. And sometimes she sleeps on the floor too, which is fine. She's old. She's doing her best. Yeah, Oreo had an obsession with the cabinets in the kitchen. Every morning, he would always lick the cabinets. It was a ritual. I don't know if he liked the taste of them or what. Tuxedo. He wasn't even a tuxedo, though. He was just black and white. Tuxedo is a pattern. I'm sorry for getting emotional. I wasn't really trying to, but I just kind of wanted to talk about that, I guess, because that kind of ties in with the whole, like, lack of motivation and whatnot, too, especially over this last year. That's primarily what that had to do with. A lot of my not being motivated for things and lack of content production last year, or this last year, had to do with my cat passing away. So there was that. And I guess my vitamin deficiency as well. Oh no, I'm using it as an excuse. Hide the teachers. But no, again, like, getting back on vitamins and actually taking care of that, it just kind of flipped a switch of like, whoa, I'm having fun drawing this. I'm having fun creating. And I don't know if it's because, like around the same time I started taking care of myself with the vitamins was around the same time we watched Murder Drones for the first time. And I don't know if I just got extremely attached to the show or what, but I'm freaking happy. I'm living my best life right now. You fell in love with a fictional man. Okay, but you already know that I've had a thing for robots like half of my life. Okay? This crossed a line. I'm taking a nap. I'm not complaining though whatsoever. I've been having a lot of fun making this content and exploring more with these characters that I'm making and delving into lore and stuff like that, and being genuinely proud of stuff that I'm making regardless of how big or small they are. And just doing, like, overall, like, experimentation stages and not really focusing on, like, you know, you gotta get this done, you gotta get this done, you gotta get this done. Just going at my own pace. Which seems pretty fast to some people, but it's not. It's really not. I'm just working my ass off. The lore. Nobody mentioned doors. Don't mention doors. Don't do it. No. Don't say the door. Down. That's why I said don't talk about doors. You're gonna summon the man, the myth, the legend. But that was pretty much all of the main points, talking about my past and then up to the now. That was pretty much it. Not really much else to cover on that front. I don't think. Unless there is, and I'm just brain lacking. But maybe if we build a quick door... Bro would. I don't understand. I really don't. Doors aren't that great. Bro would love Fortnite. Probably? What? How? No, you know what he would like? He would probably like freaking, we're gonna do some headcanon shit, okay? I think he would like House Flipper. You know why? Because you can pick and choose what kind of door you put on the houses and the rooms. Door. Also Minecraft. Dude would build a freaking entire house that the walls were just doors. Or, no, you know what he would do? He would build it so that the house was, like, super small in the center, right? But then you have to go through, like, 20 other doors. Kind of like how the doors are in the show. Like, there's the 3 doors. Kind of like that, except 20. I built a liminal field of doors once. Shit was lit. I'd get a headache. My daughter is into doors! Woo! That was my throat. I'm trying not to drink too fast. She into hot, freaky robots that lick each other to heal. I mean, I don't blame her. I do not blame her. Oh, the train's here just in time. Have fun repressing this. Blah. Funny shit, man. I tell you what, I'm excited to work on more stuff after stream. I know that's me, like, completely drifting away from subjects, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I did one more whip this morning, and it's actually Digital Circus, guys. It's actually Digital Circus that I did this morning. Because it was just a random idea that popped into my head, and I was like, you know, I want to get this sketched out, so that way I don't forget, and I'll just get it done. I'll get it done! I'll get it done! When will you return? That's a good question. If I can get at least a model done, and maybe an overlay, I'd say next week. I've said this already the last time, but I'm not going to rush everything else. If I get it done, I get it done, whatever. If you guys have to do without emotes or whatever for a little bit while I get them done, whatever. Cool. I just want to, like, be existing. And this is kind of going to bring us into the conversation of future stuff now. So buckle up, sit down, enjoy the ride. Hang on. The future is so bright, it's blinding. Right? It's so exciting, though. Do you have a timeline on what is going to happen next? In terms of what? What are we talking about? But yeah, I'm probably gonna, like, if I can, I'll just come back next week, and it'll just be, you know, I'm probably going to do the name change and whatnot directly after I end stream. Most of my stuff's already switched over. This is literally, like, the only thing left. Twitch is, like, the only thing left. And, oh, this is kind of important as well, but my Twitter account, my 1UP Milo Twitter account, I will not be using anymore. I am going to post one last thing as soon as I'm done here. I'm going to pin it, and I'm going to private the account. I will not be using it. There's no point if I'm, like, the account was branded for Milo, and if I'm not using Milo anymore, there's not really a point to using it. So I don't want to deactivate it, because there's a lot of memories there, but that's the least I can do is just put up a pinned, and put it as private. That way I don't constantly get people following me there. Because my main focus is going to be my current accounts instead of that. Streams, artwork, just your life. I mean, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing now, I guess. And just hoping for the best. Hoping I can get somewhere. Because I'm having fun with it right now. I'm trying. It's been doing a lot better than most months. Same game, different name, good deal. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not really... When I do new streams, okay, so this is what's gonna happen. So, I don't really want to do schedules. That might change. I might be like, okay, I need to schedule stuff, but it might come down to like, okay, I plan on streaming today at this time. It's not going to be like a set weekly schedule, because there's not really a need to. So, schedule will probably be sporadic and all over the place, but it should generally be around the same time that, like, I do now. It should usually be around 1. There might be, every now and then, certain time changes, depending on what I have going on or what I'm doing. Like, if I decide freaking late at night sometime or whatever, hey, I want to stream this. I want to stream this. I want to stream this. I feel like doing this. I might do that. So we're looking at, like, especially if I do, like, art streams, they might be long. They could be, depending on what I feel like getting done. Same thing with games. If I feel like playing for a little bit, I will play for a little bit. But it would probably be more so with art, because art is, like, my work. So that would be the longest of them, probably. But I still want to do games and stuff too, and that is still a definite thing that I'm doing. It's, if anything, it's like exactly the same as we are now, except number 1, it's me, it's not Milo, and number 2, we're gonna do more stuff, even more stuff. We're gonna do art stuff, we're gonna do a lot more variety stuff, we're gonna do freaking, I had this idea is sticking into my head for some reason. I want to do a chill stream where we play this free game that's literally a recreation of a theme park from across the world. I think it's called Virtual Towers Online, and it's a recreation of, I think the park's called, is it Alton Towers? Or something like that. I've already, like, gone through it and whatnot, but it's really cool to go through and ride on the rides and stuff. That's something that I want to do, and I also want to do it with, like, I want to order a pizza, and I just want to chill, eat pizza, and hang out with you guys and go on rides. Fun shit, dude. Play the coin game, dude. I can do that too. I love playing that game. Arcade simulator. Falling asleep to you drawing, hell yeah. Dude, right? It's gonna be awesome. Snacking with the streamer sounds cool. Yeah! Dude, okay. I don't like... I don't know how to word that. I don't like when people are so, like, judgmental of streamers or VTubers that eat on stream. Like, my god, everybody freaking eats. Deal with it. Oh no! Break the immersion because the VTuber's eating? God forbid a VTuber eats. Oh no. Added the game to my library. Yes! Dude, it's so cool. It's so cool. Like, it literally, I don't remember how long they said it took for them to develop it, and they are still working on it too, but I think they said it took them, like, 10 years to get where they're at right now. It's so freaking cool. It's not the greatest, but it's not horrible. It's awesome. I love it. Permission to drool over this fit just one more time, because fuck. Sure, bask in the glory. Bask in the glory. God forbid a VTuber consumes the sustenance needed to live. Right? Right? Like, oh my god. I didn't think VTubers ate food? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But yeah, there is a plan to do more hangout stuff like that. And I set a good portion of time, or like a handful of times, there'll probably be streams where I'm a lot less talkative. But that's just because we're chilling, we're vibing. And I'm not necessarily a VTuber anymore after this. So it's like, I don't really feel the need to 100% entertain all my time doing stuff, you know? If I have one more ant crawl on my body, I am killing. I'm gonna go mafia style on these ants. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna sit like this in my chair. I don't care. I might have to move my body eventually, though. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose blood flow to my feet. Ant genocide arc. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. But yeah, there'll be more stuff like that. I would love to do more, like, just general hanging out, too. And that's probably what, like, I'll do with art streams as well. It's like a general hangout, but you get to watch me draw at the same time, too. Or whatever. But even just, like, chill games, that it's like, maybe I feel like doing this for, like, an hour or whatever. That also got me thinking, too, like, I'm probably gonna make a new YouTube channel, because I don't really want to use the same one that I'm currently using. And the new one will include VODs, if I'm able to. And will also include some other videos and stuff, too. Because I do plan on posting, like, other things as well, especially if I do go through with things that I had planned on doing in my idea book, like the reading stuff, and there might be some games that I just want to play and pre-record and post, like some shorter indie stuff or whatever. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll probably, like, post a thing or whatever saying when I do. Yeah. I'm still wanting to get a hand cam as well, because there's a chunk of things that I could do with a hand cam, with hand cam streams and stuff. Traditional art, for one. I could do traditional art streams. And then just, like, cooking streams and unboxings and taste testing stuff. All that. The same kind of ideas we had as Milo, but as me. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. And also, still talking about this, like, just because I'm not a YouTuber, I mean, not a YouTuber, a VTuber. VTuber! Just because I'm not going to be labeled as one doesn't mean, like, I'm against collabing with other people. Like, I'm still going to collab with Liam. I'm still going to be down to play with other people. That's not really changing. I'm still down to do that stuff. Yeah. I just figured I'd put it out there because I didn't know if people would assume, like, oh, since you're changing or whatever, you're not going to want to do anything with anyone anymore, because that's not true. I'm still here. I'm still down. It's just another one of those things where I got to make sure, like, everything fits into the schedule and I'm able to, like, actually fit something in and I'm not busy doing other stuff. Because I do have a life too, guys. I pick my time for a reason. It's like how Michael and Zubal's VA stream. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. But yeah, when I do my stuff, like my overlays and whatnot for this new thing, I'm not really going to go all out. Some stuff might be like super boring or bland or whatever, but I really don't care. I just want to exist. Check your Twitter. I'm scared. Which Twitter? Which Twitter? Hey, hey, hey. The Mar one? Maybe it's not working on my iPad. Hold on. Ooh, I need is a beauty and a beat. Eat. Holy shit! Akira? Holy shit, you didn't have to do that! Akira! What are you doing? The possibilities will now be endless. Holy shit, you just opened the door for so much. Oh my god. Thank you. Holy shit. Pasta Cam! It shall be canon! Door? What? Holy crap. Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting that. Did somebody say door? No! Nobody said door. Shh. The door. But no, seriously, thank you. I seriously appreciate that. That really means a lot. Now we're going to be able to do all those things that I said we were going to do. Yeah! That makes me happy. I'll keep tapping the sign that says we support the close homies. Hell yeah. Awesome. The thing that I'm gonna have a heyday with is changing all my, like, notifications and stuff, too, and just having to remember to do all that. I'm probably gonna have to do it today and tomorrow. I'll probably end up doing it, like, as soon as I'm done here. Have fun. I will have fun. I've changed most of my shit already. It's primarily just, like, the stream stuff now. It's just changing the Twitch handle. It's doing all the Nightbot stuff. It's going in and making sure everything in OBS would still be connected to my Twitch. It's changing all the alert links and stuff, I think. You wouldn't think it would really have anything to do with that, but, I mean, I wouldn't mind, because I gotta redo shit anyway, so I would probably be going in through everything anyway. I'm definitely not going to get everything done tonight, but I could definitely get started, at least with, like, gutting out Nightbot and changing up all that and taking away everything in the About Me section and at least most stuff. Gonna keep a couple things there and put, like, under construction warning or something like that. Hold up, I got this. I can beat him. 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 Hold on. Yes! I did it. I win. I win. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. No, I got it first. It says me. It says me. Welcome, 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 Raiders. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I would do an introduction, but there's no introduction to really be given because this is my final stream as Milo. I am rebranding and just, or would you call that, what would you freaking call that? Off-branding? I don't freaking know. I'm going to be being myself instead of being a VTuber. I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciate the raid, Finley. Seriously. Had to get you one last time. I'm still here! I'm still here! Debranding? That sounds better than off-branding. That sounds like I'm becoming a knockoff of myself. Regenerating Doctor Who style. I've never seen Doctor Who, but I'll take your word for it. Can't believe Milo's dying, chat. Milo's not dying. Milo still exists. He's just not gonna be streamer. He's still my OC. He still lives. He's just getting freaky in Kmart with his dog. I'm talking about Creed. Yeah, exactly. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. Milo and Creed are just going to the Kmart in the sunset. Yeah! I have an itch on my nose again. I feel like I have to sneeze again. I lost it again, man. Can't believe Milo and Creed got in that crazy bouncy ball cage accident in Kmart. They will be missed. Yeah, bouncy balls. Right, yeah, Creed's still a Sona for me. I just can't do the arcade thing by myself. It's depressing. I'm sorry! I can't believe the arcade caught fire and exploded and flooded simultaneously. Well, you can thank the gremlins for that. It was them. They went a little too far. They pushed it a little too far. Forever stuck in the Kmart fitting room. Forever and ever. Forever and ever is a very long time. Pooh. God, kill me. I can't do this shit when there's gunk in my nose. They call me Ember for a reason. Arson. We'll probably also be, like, I think we're gonna be renaming the server. Only because, like, we're not really the arcade anymore. Or at least the characters we're portraying aren't arcade anymore. But, yeah, got an idea. I don't know, because I was talking about this with Liam the other day, and it's like, trying to agree on something, because it's like he's still very much a VTuber, but then there's me just existing, so it's like, well, I didn't really have a plan to, like, theme the server after this, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can agree on. But that'll probably change a little bit. There might be a few things added or taken away in terms of channels as well, but again, this is something that we are going to discuss together and go over things, since it is technically still a shared community. But yeah, it won't be like major things. It won't be major. Just a few things here and there. Looking forward to it. Good. Yeah, I want to make a dedicated space for murder drones and digital circus, since those are like the two biggest, like, actual brain rot things right now. I need to make a space for them. I need to. This is me we're talking about, guys. This is me we're talking about. I have to. Still gonna be movie nights. Definitely still gonna be movie nights. Don't know what else. We'll figure it out, though. We'll figure it out. Listen here, you took away my brain rot. Put it back if you're doing that. I was going to! I was gonna make a freaking section that's, like, literally the freaking brain rot corner. It's like poo corner, where you take a shit. Is it poo corner, where you take a shit? You know what I mean, you weenie. Don't call me a weenie. Freaking weenor. Get this ant away from me. Get away. Dinner. Think he means miraculous? Oh yeah, he means miraculous. iCarly type ass beat. I mean, it's Avril Lavigne. So, might as well. But no, I'm excited for things. I really am. If anything, like it's sad saying goodbye as Milo, right? But I like to think that nothing's really gonna change aside from, you know, I'm just gonna be addressed as me instead of a character. And then the overall, like, theming of things. But, I mean, I'm still me. I'm still here. I'm still streaming. I'm still drawing. I'm still doing all that. I'm still doing the things. The future is exciting, indeedly so. Pop punk plus girl equals iCarly type beat. Cue the iCarly intro. You're still here, that's most important. Yeah, exactly. Plus Marinara Mondays are gonna go hard. And saucy. Hell yeah! Hell yeah, that's gonna hit! It's gonna hit. I'm excited for that. We need to make, like, an actual, like, a thing. I need to, like, whip up an actual thing for that. That's gonna be fun. Gotta make pasta on Mondays from now on? Hell yeah, do it. New pasta every Monday. Wouldn't that be funny if, like, every Monday at least one person shared, like, a new pasta recipe or something. Pasta recipe or picture or something in the server. Pasta of the week for Marinara Monday. I don't freaking know. Something like that. A pasta command. Can you imagine? Pasta command sounds genius, but what would we do? What would we do with such command? Just names a random pasta dish. Dude, you know, I would have to figure out how to do shit like that, but maybe? The Spider-Man 2 pizza theme? I know exactly what you're talking about. Can make the new stuff for the server be kitchen themed. Like the synthwave kitchen. Someone's in the kitchen with Liam. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Whoa, whoa. Someone's in the kitchen with Liam, strumming on the old banjo. This is just like the We Sing Train, guys. And singing fee-fi fiddly-i-o, fee-fi fiddly-i-o. I'm McLosing it. I'm McLosing it, guys. I'm not gonna be a We Sing streamer. Why not? Why not? You need to spread the word. I didn't wink. That wasn't me winking. That was my model freaking geeking. Off we go to Sing-a-ling-a-land. You need to spread? Sit! We all need to go off to Sing-a-ling-a-land! Yes! We do! Let's go! Fun times! Oh god, wait, that would be a good stream idea. Hold on. I would force everybody to watch. I would force everybody to watch. I can do that. I have the power. I just don't know if I'd be able to post that, like, on YouTube. Like, I know people do React content, but I don't know if I'd get in trouble for doing that. If not, I could post it on Patreon. The stuff that I'm unsure if I can post, I might put on Patreon. In terms of, like, copyright stuff or whatever. People literally uploaded the movies, you're fine. I mean, we'll see. So many light years to go, and things to be found. I used to sing the song on SingStar, and I would get 100% on it, but I'm not gonna sing it the way I would sing it, because I belted this shit, dude. I cannot do that here, and especially not right now, because my throat's, like, already on the fritz from talking this entire time. People do unarchived karaoke. As long as you're able to take down immediately after ending stream, you'll be fine. There's an option on Twitch where I think, like, it'll automatically archive your VOD as soon as you're done streaming. So if, like, there was something that we had planned that we knew was gonna be like, okay, we gotta archive this like ASAP. It can. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've seen a setting somewhere that said like, because you can change whether or not it archives or not, or whatever, I think. I really feel like I saw a setting that did that. I'm pretty sure. I'd have to look and see, but whatever. If not, then I'll just like, I'll set it so that it doesn't track the VOD, and it won't post a VOD when I'm done, and I'll just record the entire thing. That way we still have it, and I have the video myself. We'll see. I'll definitely look again. I'll look again. My last karaoke, I just uploaded the entire VOD to Twitter. I mean, I would do that, but I probably can't because I don't have the blue check mark. I'm pretty sure you would need that in order to post that long of something. I do not have that. Final countdown. Huh. It's the final countdown. You know, I would have loved to have like put something together for this final stream, like a goodbye video or something like that. But number one, I'm way too busy already with other stuff. And number two, I don't really have enough content to probably do that. Like, I have some, but it's whatever. I'm here. I'm not really saying goodbye, so I don't really want to get super emotional over it. Like, I know Milo's not going to be a streamer anymore, but it's like, you know, I'm still here. It's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm not taking any form of hiatus unless I decide to be like, hey, yeah, I'm going to take a week or whatever, but it's not going to be like, okay, I'll see you guys in 4 or 5 months like this last time before I re-debuted. But, you know, we have the memories, and as long as we have the memories, we'll never have to say goodbye. Exactly. And I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. It's fine. It's okay. Damn to what? My burp? Or to what Ember said? It's not goodbye, it's until next time. Yeah, literally. It's not goodbye, it's I'll see you next week. I'm thinking, I don't know what I want to start with. I'm either gonna start with an art stream, or I'm gonna start with, you know, something that I've been wanting to start for the last almost 2 years. The Walking Dead Season 2. See you next time! We'll see, though. That's definitely something that I want to play. It'll depend on how next week looks, though. Like, if it gets to Monday or whatever, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I would rather work on art right now, then we will do art. Or if I feel like playing a game, then we'll be like, okay, we're playing a game. Hell yeah. Again, I'm not really gonna have a set schedule that I post weekly anymore. It's just gonna be, you know, probably I'll let you know a few hours ahead of time whether or not we're streaming or not. And it'll probably still roughly be around the same time each time. It'll still probably be around like 1. There might be rare occasions where it's a different time, but again, I'm usually going to probably say beforehand, I'll let you know. There might even be a couple where it's like, hey, I'm streaming like literally right now, come join. That might happen a few times, but I will do my best to at least give a little bit of a warning. But if there comes a time where it's like, yeah, I'm streaming, come join right now, then do that. And again, there might still be some streams that I'm muted which I hope doesn't really steer you guys away. It's not going to be every stream, but there might be a few streams where it's like, yeah, I just kind of feel like zoning in and drawing or whatever, then I'm probably going to mute, but I'll still like chat in chat. It'll be vibe time. Vibe time. So I can still raid you? Oh yeah, dude, yeah, of course. All of that support and stuff is still very much welcome, because like all the support that I get goes towards everything else that I'm doing. So it'll help me create more content for streaming. It'll help me, you know, all that. All the same stuff, pretty much. It helps. I feel like SpongeBob. It'll help. It'll help. If you just sing along. Oh, yeah! I love the vibes where we be drawing at 10 in the morning and then Build Our Machine comes on. Hell yeah, it's always a vibe. My music taste is all over the freaking place. I'm glad you enjoy the vibes, though. It's great. It's really great. I've been wanting to draw Bendy again, though, because I used to draw him back when the game first came out. I actually have a good chunk of merch of Bendy. I actually have a life-size standee of Toon Bendy in my closet. That's not a joke. That's not a joke, guys. I'm dead serious. Yeah, I just saw that yesterday. I freaked out. They don't have a title for it yet, though, but I saw that, and it's like, I need to play the second one. That's another good thing that I could start soon. Because I have it. I keep forgetting I have the second one. I can play the second one now. I can stream the second one now. I can do the things. Little fucker is creepy. What, the standee? You scared of him? You're scared of Bendy, aren't you, Squidward? Mahi-hee, mahi-hoo, mahi-ha, mahi-ha, mahi-hee, mahi-hoo, mahi-ha, mahi-ha. Feel like it's just gonna move, just like the game, real. I want to see those. I've never seen any of the game. I have not seen anything or have had anything spoiled for the second Bendy game at all. I don't know if that's just because I'm in the wrong algorithm or because it wasn't super popular upon release, but I'm guessing it's the first because social media is stupid anymore. My colors fade away, everyone. I'm glad I used to say. Now I paint it every day. Down, 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 down. Enchiladas? Hell yeah. I have no idea what we're having for dinner tonight. Actually, that's a joke. I think we are having taco bake, according to the menu. But that could always change last minute, because people here are kind of very, yeah. Indecisive, we'll go with that. Or we'll go with, you know, sometimes people don't want to cook, so it just winds up being MYOD. Even if we don't have any food in the house. Then we take it higher. A cookie can be dinner if you look at it from one way. I mean, that has never ended well for me. So no, I cannot. I cannot do that. I could, but for the sake of my health, I don't think I can. Have we discussed Bubsy yet? What is Bubsy? There's a new Bubsy game coming out. I've never heard of Bubsy before. I have no idea who Bubsy is. You've never heard of Bubsy? Is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? Just surprising? How? Why? Because I don't know what a game is? Bubsy the Bobcat? Yeah, that no. It doesn't ring a bell. I don't know everything, guys. Don't look it up, just play Bubsy on the Genesis. Is it like, is it on the Switch expansion of the Genesis or no? Or is it something that I'd like actually have to get the thing? Would I have to actually get the console to play it? Or see if I can emulate it on my computer maybe? You can have one of my... Wait, how many Genesises do you have? There's going to be a collection on Steam coming out next month. Wait, I want to do that freaking... I wish I could do that, that little ham dictionary that Hamtaro does, where he's got the empty pockets, and then he cries. I'd be doing that right now if I could. Oh! Ra ra ah rama rama. Ugh. Ugh. Trying to think of what else I could be talking about. Because it's like, I've pretty much... I covered everything. I talked about the past, talked about the present, and we talked about things gonna happen in the future. I can English today. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to shit. I'm excited for the things to come, and I really think that this change is for the better and will help overall with like motivation and happiness and things like that. Not to get like incredibly sappy about it or whatever. And I'm not crying, I promise. My voice is just throwing a tantrum right now. I'm excited. To reiterate, the future is so bright, it's blinding. Exactly. Oh, we could talk about redeems and stuff. I don't know exactly all the new stuff that I'm going to be adding. I know I will be adding some new, and we'll be taking away some stuff, obviously, but we'll be redoing redeems and stuff as well. There might be some like more expensive ones that you would definitely have to save up for. And like to kind of go over like you do get point multipliers when you're a subscriber, just saying. But yeah, as long as there's a way to head pat, I'm happy. We'll see if I can figure that out with a PNG. I could do what I did last time, but that was kind of stupid the way I did it last time. But I don't know. We'll see if I can figure it out. I can probably figure something out. How else can I spend 20k outside of head pats? Oh, there'll be a good chunk of things still, trust me. Even though I'm going to be PNG, I'm going to be doing different models, different types of models, and different things that you can add to the screen, which, if you guys want a sneak peek, I mean, I don't have it on me, but I'll tell you, okay? I'll tell you. So I did a certain drawing somewhat recently of a certain, someone being turned into a, marketable plushie, right? So there will be a redeem that you can claim that I will put one plush on the screen, somewhere on the screen, within reason. Probably like along the bottom where my model is. It's unlimited. Or maybe like limited to one per person per stream or something like that. Or maybe two, depending. But it's a certain someone. It's a certain someone. It's a certain someone. Don't say unlimited. Yeah, maybe that's not the best. Either that or I would have to make it worth a lot more points. That way people aren't, like, obligated to do it every time. One per person per stream is probably good. Yeah, because even then, depending, it could be a lot of people. And I don't want the entire screen flooded with little juniper plushes. What of the gremlins, though? So I was thinking about that today, actually, because it's like, I still have all these designs and plans for ones that I wanted to do. So, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm not entirely sure. There's a chance that they might stick around, but I don't know, because, like, the gremlins were the arcades thing, and it'd feel kind of weird, like, just taking them and being like, hey, they're just here now. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see if I can figure something out. It might be a thing. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I love them too, and I've put a lot of work into doing all of them, and, like, you know, I planned out freaking... How many waves? 3 or 4 now? I think I planned out 3 waves. I think it was 3. Let me see. Yeah, I planned out 3 waves. So it's like, do I really just throw all that out, or do I utilize that somehow? I don't know. That's something that we'd have to talk about and discuss and see, like, what we can do with them, or if we keep them around or whatever. I'm not sure. I'll still be doing, outfit redeems as well. It might not be right away. I might do slow introduction. It's a lot easier to do outfit stuff with a PNG than it is a 3D. Let me tell you. Right, Liam? It'd be a lot easier to do it that way, and it would get done a lot faster. Yeah. So no, I can literally look through my idea book Sorry, I don't know if that blew out your guys' ears. I could look through my idea book, and I could probably utilize, like, all of these outfit ideas that I had for Milo for Mar. Maybe not one of them, but the rest I could, yeah. And they could be outfit redeems. I don't see why I couldn't do that. It's a lot easier to do it with a PNG than it is a 3D model. Because you just draw everything by hand. Starting to lose my voice. Uh-huh. And when it go, let me into the light. I don't really know what else to say. I don't know where else to go from here. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to say or need to cover or anything like that. I cooked, by the way. Check your DM. Okay, I'll check my DM. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's good shit, man. That's good shit. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, I feel like I've mostly talked about everything that there is to talk about, and I never really planned on doing anything else today. I literally said today was just going to be chat it up, talk about past, present, future. We go. I even said from the get-go, like, this is probably not going to be that long of a stream, which even now it's like, damn, I've been talking for almost 2.5 hours, and no wonder my voice is shot. I don't normally talk this frequently for this long, unless I'm playing a Danganronpa game, then I definitely do. This was good yapping, yeah, and it gave me a chance to open up more with you guys before making the full switch, and, you know, just shooting the shit, talking about shit, having fun. I promise I'm not crying, guys, I promise. You know what I sound like when I'm crying. I'm not crying. My throat is just absolutely shot. God, no, like, I'm thinking about everything that I could do for streaming, and it's like, it's gonna feel a lot more like, I'm gonna feel so much more, like, comfortable, I guess, with, even just, like, my general setup at my desk, because there's, like, only certain ways that I can move or sit or whatever for my tracking to work or to look right without looking like broken. Like, I'm literally just barely moving my head to the right, and I'm behind, like, my mic now. But barely. But being able to, like, freely move around and sit however I want now, that's gonna be great! I'd like to probably invest in a new chair sometime, though, because I don't know if I necessarily am comfortable in this one anymore. I'd love to get one of those crisscross chairs where I can put my legs up, because I need elevation. I need elevation for my legs. I actually medically need that, though, because I have, what's it called? I have to look it up because I don't remember what it's called. It's called Raynaud's syndrome. The doctor told me I had that when I went over these past few months. They said that I had that because when I was sitting on the examination table thing or whatever, my toes turned purple while I was sitting down. So so I got to have something that I can put my feet up. Alleviate some of the pressure, I guess. It's not anything bad. It's not necessarily bad. It's just the way your blood flows into like your fingers and your toes. Check DM. Okay. It's not bad though. Like it doesn't really hurt or anything like that. If anything, it just kind of makes your toes and fingers feel numb. It's not really as much in my fingers as it is in my toes. And it goes away pretty quickly when you do feel like that. You just gotta either walk around or move your body. It's nothing bad. It's nothing terrible. So how are you guys doing today? I don't think I've asked that. Talking about me today because I'm leaving, but how are you guys? Cooked. Lovely. Maked the cookies. Show me! I want to see! You know, I'm realizing I could have got the snack wrap from McDonald's, but I really didn't want to, because I didn't want to risk it being absolute dog shit and me having an upset stomach. Not like I wasn't risking it already with eating McDonald's, but it turned out fine. It's okay. New snack wrap is shit. You made a much better choice. That's kind of why I didn't get it, was because it's like, you told me the strips themselves were shit, and it's like, even looking at them, I know they're not the same strips as they were with the original snack wrap, so it's definitely not going to be the same. So it's like, what's the point? I can make one better. Doing good. Hopefully the interview I had went well. I'm gonna have to head out about now, though, for dinner. Can't wait for the future, and I wish you nothing but the best. Okay, Ember. We'll see you later. Thank you for hanging, and thank you for being here for the finale. I appreciate it. We appreciate you, dude. We'll see you later. Thank you. That is not my buttermilk tender. Tendy. Wasn't it, what's it called? Selects before? That's what they used? Because I remember they also had this chicken sandwich that I actually used to get too. It was like a buttermilk chicken sandwich. Buttermilk home-style chicken sandwich or something like that. And it was actually really good. But then they changed the way they do their chicken. And it's like, ugh. I don't know about that one, coach. I don't know about that one, coach. Ugh. I gotta respond to the cookies. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta do all. I can't do all because I can't put that many, but cookies. Those look really good though. Gotta put all. Gotta put all. Hell yeah. Well, where do we go from here now, guys? I think it's time. This is a whack-ass remix. Okay, listen. I'm used to hearing this version because of Just Dance, and also this was a warm-up song for me when I did dance class in elementary school. So this song is like childhood for me. But yeah, I do believe we've chatted it up enough. We've talked about things enough. I think it's time that we say goodbye and we end. I think we're at that point. I think we're there. Because there's nothing else to really say, and I don't want to be sitting here just staring at the screen like, what do now? So, yeah. Chat is so real and the music is just... Yeah. Well, should I change the song? I can change the song and put something sad on, that way we can get emotional together. I can pull, ooh, you know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make you guys cry. I'm gonna make you guys cry, okay? Not the emotional moment. Too bad. You know what had to be done? I'm sorry, I had to do it. It had to be done. It had to be done. Right? It's fitting. I think it's fitting. But no, for real. It's been really fun, and I'm looking forward to shit in the future. But, you know, I've learned a lot from streaming as Milo, and I've grown a lot since streaming as Milo. Like, even looking back at when I was streaming as Miki, and it's like, wow, damn, I really sounded like I was not okay. I sounded like I was shy as shit, and I didn't want to be talking. But then, like, you know, the more I did it, and the more I streamed, and the more I got to doing things, especially once we got to Milo, it was like, holy shit, yeah, I can be myself, I can talk like myself, I can do all the things. So yeah, streaming as Milo has really helped, like, me to open up and be myself and talk. Like, in real life, I am not like this at all. In person, I am not like this at all. Especially like with people I'm close to, yeah. But like, strangers and whatnot. I don't really like talking to people. I'm very antisocial, but if anything, Milo helped me kind of overcome that. Even just a little bit. Like, I feel like I'm kind of okay. I'm not against, like, talking to people all the time or whatever, but I still don't really like it, but I'll do it if I absolutely have to. But it's a lot easier to go out now, and, I'm usually a person that if I see somebody with a shirt or any kind of merch of one of my brain rot obsessions, then I'll reach out first and be like, I really love your shirt or whatever, which I would never have done that before because I am so closed off from everybody. So I thank Milo for doing that for me. And, now I'm a lot happier, with doing the speaking and stuff. So Milo, thank you. Thank you for helping me to become a better person and for, not feeling ashamed, I guess, and helping me find people that care and helping me build a community. I appreciate it. I wasn't gonna cry today, damn it. Why you do this to me? Do I have anything else that's sad? No, let's play something that'll pick us up just a little tiny bit. This will be our final song. What a way to end it, huh? You helped me learn how to be comfortable with who I am. You helped me learn that it's okay just to be me, whoever that may be. I love you with all my fucking heart. Thank you, Milo, for being a supporting pillar in our lives. You guys are gonna make me freaking cry the rest of the night. I'm supposed to be excited for shit, damn it! I am excited for shit, but it was fun. These last however many years it's been, I don't even freaking know. 3? 2? 3? 2? 3? I don't freaking know. I really don't. 2. Borderline 3. 2.5. 2.5. We'll say 2.5. I don't freaking know. 2.5 years streaming as Milo. It's been really fun. And I've learned a lot. And I've, it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey. And I know the future will be really, really good and really exciting. And I mean, this won't be the last time you see Milo either. You'll still see him every now and then. But, Dude, I'm not even kidding. There's ants freaking crawling on my legs. I'm trying to do this, man. Okay. I'm sitting in the chair on my legs. Both legs up. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, I am really happy that you guys have supported me all this time and for this long, however long it might have been. And I really hope that that support will carry over to when I make, these changes and whatnot, which I already know it mostly has already been implemented everywhere else but here. But I really hope that support will continue and that, this change won't steer people away, because that's something that I worry about, and something like that has happened before in the past, and it's like, you know what, I'm just trying to be happy. I'm trying to be myself, and if you're gonna leave because of that, then I don't know what to say or how to deal with that. We'll always be right next to you in your journey. I appreciate that, guys. Seriously. That means a lot. But in the meantime, I really hope you will continue to support me. I hope you guys will enjoy everything I have to offer in both art and otherwise. I really hope that we can have fun. So, for one final time, I love you all so much. I will see you all when I return. Sound good? Okay. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.